Live from New Delhi, you're watching Giri India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Prasar Bharati. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. Highlighting country's approach to think not for itself, but for whole. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India is not only the oldest civilization in the world, but also a safe haven for humanity. Maldives holds 20th parliamentary elections. 368 candidates in the fray for the 93 seats of People's Majlis. US House approves legislation to provide $95 billion security assistance to Ukraine, Israel and Taiwan. Sent to Senate. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi attended the Bhagwan Mahavi Nirvan Mahotsav in the national capital New Delhi on Sunday on the occasion of Mahavi Jayanti. The festival is being organized on the occasion of Bhagwan Mahavi Swamis' birth anniversary. PM Modi released a commemorative stamp and coin at the inauguration of this event. During his address, PM Modi hailed India as the oldest living civilization in the world.
देश के लिए अमृतकाल का विचार ये केवल एक बड़ा संकल्प ही ऐसा नहीं है। ये भारत की वो आध्यात्मिक प्रेरणा है जो हमें अमरता और शाश्वतता को जीना सिखाती है। हम 2500 वर्ष बाद भी आज भगवान महावीर का निर्वाण दिवस मना रहे हैं। सदियों और सहस्त्राब्दियों में सोचने का ये सामर्थ्य, ये दूरदर्शी और दूरगामी सोच, इसलिए ही भारत न केवल विश्व की सबसे प्राचीन जीवित सभ्यता है, बल्कि मानवता का सुरक्षित ठिकाना भी है। ये भारत ही है जो स्वयं के लिए नहीं, सर्वम के लिए सोचता है। ये भारत ही है जो स्व की नहीं, सर्वस्व की भावना करता है। ये भारत ही है जो अहम नहीं, वयम की सोचता है।
Prime Minister Modi also addressed India's role as a model of peace for the world with its stance on truth and non-violence on global platforms.
वैश्विक संघर्षों के बीच देश युद्धरत हो रहे हैं। ऐसे में हमारे तीर्थंकरों की शिक्षाएं और भी महत्वपूर्ण हो गई है। उन्होंने मानवता को वाद विवाद से बचाने के लिए अनेकांतवाद और शातवाद जैसे दर्शन दिए हैं। अनेकांतवाद यानी एक विषय के अनेक पहलुओं को समझना, दूसरों के दृष्टिकोण को भी देखने और स्वीकारने की उदारता वाला, आस्था की ऐसी मुक्त व्याख्या, यही तो भारत की विशेषता है और यही भारत का मानवता को संदेश है। साथियों, आज संघर्षों में फंसी दुनिया भारत से शांति की अपेक्षा कर रही है। नए भारत के इस नई भूमिका का श्रेय हमारे बढ़ते सामर्थ्य और विदेश नीति को दिया जा रहा है। लेकिन मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं, इसमें हमारी सांस्कृतिक छवि का बहुत बड़ा योगदान है।
And India is observing Mahavi Jayanti today. Every year, on the 13th day of the Hindu calendar's lunar fortnight, Jain followers celebrate the birth anniversary of Lord Mahavir. And on this day, the Jain community hold grand processions in worship. Plays based on Lord Mahavir are also organized to pass on the message of Lord Mahavir to the younger generation. Lord Mahavir was the 24th and last Tirthankar of Jainism. Tirthankar in Jainism refers to those 24 divine great men who by their penance attained enlightenment and completely conquered their senses and emotions. Alright, let's now get you the latest on the world's largest democratic election in India. Alright, campaigning for the second phase of election scheduled for April 26 gains momentum. Political parties engaged to garner support from voters for their respective parties. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is scheduled to visit northwestern state Rajasthan today, where he will be holding public meetings in Jalore and Banswara. BJP National President JP Nadda to campaign in Karnataka and will also hold a meeting with party officials discussing the strategy of the party focusing on the second phase polling. Leaders of India Alliance also crisscrossing states to garner support in favor of their candidates. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi will address a public meeting in central India's Satna. Congress General Secretary Priyanka Vadra will address the election meeting in favor of Congress candidate Bhupesh Baghel in Chhattisgarh's Dongargaon. All right. DD India correspondent Dibendu Model joins us from Bihar, and also we've been joined by Vishal Barrister, who's joining us from Jaipur. A very warm welcome to both of you. First to you, Dibendu, how is the state of Bihar getting up for the elections? And also tell us about the constituencies to watch out for. You know, voting in Kishanganj, Punia, Bhagalpur and Banka would be conducted in the second phase. How's the atmosphere there?
Well, Siddharth, you know, I am currently in the parliamentary constituency of Katihar, and the Union Home Minister Amit Shah is currently here campaigning for the BJP's ally candidate Dulal Goswami of the JDU. Currently, Nitish Kumar, the Chief Minister of Bihar, is also here with Amit Shah, and he is speaking currently from the dais that has been created. If you see behind me, there's a huge number of people that have come to hear both Nitish Kumar as well as Amit Shah here at this rally in Katihar. But of course, you know, apart from this particular constituency of Katihar, the other four constituency which is going to polls on the 26th of April is of course the constituency of Purnia, Kishanganj, Banka and Bhagalpur. But however, all these 5 seats in this Simachal region, the BJP's ally JDU is contesting this time around from these 5 constituencies here in the
Dibendu, it looks like people are very much excited there.
Well, absolutely, Siddharth. I've been here since for some time now when Amit Shah's cavalcade as well as Nitish Kumar's cavalcade entered into this particular stadium where I am currently and where this event is going on. There was a massive cheer from the crowd to welcome both the Chief Minister of Bihar, Nitish Kumar, as well as Union Home Minister Amit Shah, who is addressing a joint rally of the BJP ally, JDU and BJP ally. We also have the LJP president here campaigning for the JDU's candidates. Of course, it looks like a very formidable NDA alliance here in Bihar, and it hopes the BJP and NDA alliance hopes that they will be able to score their victory from this particular seat in Katihar, because of course, Siddharth, as you said, from the people and the cheering that we hear from the people behind me, of course, perhaps give the testament of the fact that maybe who is ahead in this political battle. Back to you.
Well, the result will certainly decide, Dibendu, who will win, who has won people's hearts. But I've been also joined by my correspondent Vishal Baristo, who's there in Jaipur. Vishal, tell us about how's it going in Rajasthan and important constituencies to watch out for. Also, what are people expecting from Lok Sabha polls 2024? Vishal.
Well, good afternoon to you. First of all, let's start with from ground zero, and here in Baswada, which is a reserved seat for the scheduled tribe category, and here it's a triangular contest. The man who was always winning for Congress has joined BJP, is Mahendrajit Singh Malviya, and now he's criticizing Congress party, and the man who was supposed to sit for the tribal party, which is the Bharat Adivasi party, the regional party, has refused to withdraw his nomination. So it's quite a confusion as far as Congress party is concerned. It's a triangular contest. This place is at the junction of Gujarat, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. Now let me talk to some of the people as to why, what makes them so excited, because the Prime Minister is expected to hold a rally here. What's your name and what makes you so excited?
So my name is Kanishka Sharma, and today I'm very excited and thrilled as for the first time I'm going to witness Narendra Singh Modi for the first time, and as a youth, on the behalf of the entire youth, I'm here, and Narendra Modi ji is everywhere, as we see social media or in the youth, everywhere he is, and I'm very excited and very happy to see.
He is very excited. Let's talk to some of the women. Prime Minister has assured 33% as far as the assembly is concerned, and he has also assured 33% in the lower house of the parliament. What makes you so excited?
Myself Saloni Chauhan, and I am the General Secretary of Govind Guru Chandra Vishwadhyalaya, and I am today very excited because of after 12 years Prime Minister Modi coming in the Wagar, and I am very happy, and the crowd shows that how much excited people and happy, and I want to say to me people that Wagar is so excited, and we are waiting for this moment.
Yeah, so that there you hear, they are holding the picture.
Exactly, I can see that behind you, Vishal.
Prepared. Prime Minister has...
I can clearly see behind you women power.
To show you, yes, women power is here, and Prime Minister would be holding the second rally. The first is in Bhinmal, which from where the Congress has given ticket to the Chief Minister's son, former Chief Minister's son Ashok Gehlot is contesting on the Congress ticket in Bhinmal. So it's going to be quite an interesting day as far as Rajasthan is concerned.
Definitely, Vishal, and it's very nice to see, this enthusiasm which is there, it's clearly visible, and I can see the women power and the enthusiasm in them, and also, because now they know that what it means to exercise their rights. Well, thank you so much, Dibendu Model, joining us from Bihar, and also Vishal Baristo joining us from Rajasthan. Thank you both of you, and thank you for your analysis. Well, as the campaigning for the second phase of general elections 2024 goes on, BJP's National President J.P. Nadda addressed a public rally in western state of Maharashtra's Buldhana. During his address, Nadda took a jibe at Congress and pledged to make India Vikasit Bharat by 2047 or developed India by 2047.
यह चुनाव मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में भारत को 2024 के बाद 2047 तक विकसित भारत बनाने का संकल्प है, उसका चुनाव है, इसको हमको ध्यान में रखना है.
Senior BJP leader and Union Home Minister Amit Shah, who's campaigning for the second phase of Lok Sabha elections, has reached Katihar in Bihar. He will also visit West Bengal and Assam. While Congress's senior leader P. Chidambaram held a press conference in southern state of Kerala's Thiruvananthapuram today and said that Congress will win all the seats in Kerala and Tamil Nadu in Lok Sabha elections. Chidambaram also said that CPI has no special role in this election and is restricted to 1 or 2 states.
The Honorable CM cannot apply double standards. He is making accusations. There is a vast difference between accusation and conviction. In India, the law is, at least so far, every person is presumed innocent until found guilty. Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan, Honorable CM of Kerala, should not make accusations. If there is a case, the case will go on. The judgment will come, and then we can decide whether a person is guilty or not. How can you make accusations? I have never made accusations against anyone.
The Communist Party of India Marxist leader Sitaram Yechuri also addressed a public rally in Kerala's Trivandrum. A Central Election Committee meeting of the Congress Party was held at the party headquarters in New Delhi today. The meeting, chaired by Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge and party leader Sonia Gandhi, was held over Lok Sabha elections 2024. Bahujan Samaj Party's National President Mayawati addressed an election rally in Uttar Pradesh's Amroha. Moving on, to honor the work of civil servants, the Government of India celebrates National Civil Services Day on April 21 every year. In a post on social media X, PM Modi said that the commitment and hard work of civil servants in serving a nation are deeply appreciated. Civil servants play a pivotal role in furthering governance and public welfare. They are also at the forefront of implementing policies, overcoming challenges and driving social change. Best wishes to all civil servants for their coming endeavors. Alright, and still to come on this edition of DD India Live. Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan meets Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh in Istanbul, discusses efforts to reach regional peace. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken to visit China next week. Details after the break.
Deep poll pulse has reached here in Bangalore, the capital of the down south pole-bound Karnataka.
National elections are more worried about national security.
The right person, if you vote, it will take your country in a right direction.
Voting is very important because the only rights we have.
It is a straight contest between the two arch rivals, the ruling dispensation Congress Party and the principal opposition BJP.
You're watching DD India Live. I'm Siddharth Bharadwaj. Polls to the People's Majlis, which is the parliament in Maldives, are being held today. In the 4th multi-party parliamentary elections, the archipelago nation will elect representatives from out of 368 candidates across 93 constituencies. As the Met Department predicts a rainy day in Malé, over 2.8 lakh voters will exercise their franchise at 602 polling stations, including 3 polling stations abroad. In Colombo, Sri Lanka, Thiruvananthapuram in India and Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. The polls are being seen as a crucial litmus test for the incumbent president Dr. Mohammad Muizzu's party, which has been under fire by the opposition for its policies. All right, and Dr. Ahmad Muin Fayouki is joining us from Colombo. A very warm welcome. Now, first of all, voting has started in Maldives and ballot boxes have also been stationed in the Sri Lankan capital of Colombo. But yes, first major political test for Maldives President Muizzu in parliamentary polls. What's your assessment?
Good afternoon, Siddharth. Yes, you see, this is a very crucial election for the incumbent President Mohammad Muizzu. Not just because, it's something which can actually prove what he has been campaigning, if people align to that view or not. But more important is the kind of stance that his government has been having over the last 6 months, ever since he took office in late last year, after his election in September 2023. He has had a stance which has been more China-leaning, and there have been decisions which appeared to have been anti-India. In addition to that, there had been diplomatic rows that had happened in between the two countries. And you see, this is something which is very crucial, not just because people have been talking about, the close ally that India is and how the relations have been for the last several decades, but also because it will set tone to what exactly is going to be the government over the next 5 years, primarily because parliamentary majority is very crucial for the government in position as of now. Not just because it is going to pass the bills, but it also is the one which has the power to impeach the president. We remember in February earlier this year, there had been a talk among the opposition parties, the MDP and the Democrats, when they had talked about impeaching the president. But due to the paucity of time and due to various obstacles that had come in front of them, they could not go ahead with that point of time. But more importantly, what happens now is with Abdullah Yamin taking out a section of voters from PP and PNC combined. That is the party from which, that is the coalition from which Dr. Muizzu belongs to. There is going to be a very, very difficult kind of a scenario for the incumbent government to get a majority. Now we'll just have to wait and watch how it proceeds.
All right, a very quick question. Now, how will these elections impact the India-Maldives relation? What's your analysis on this?
Siddharth, you see, Indian Maldives have been very close neighbors and allies for a long, long time. There may be a few rows which can erupt in between, but the relations that have had been between the two people is something which is very, very deep-rooted. There have been ethnic contact, there have been people-to-people ties, and India is still a country which follows its policies of neighborhood first.
All right.
Under Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
All right.
Now, given all these circumstances, India-Maldives relations are very important for India.
Yeah.
They're also important for Maldives, as has been appearing over the last few years.
All right.
But this is very crucial because, you see, the stance which the current government has been taking, so it is going to be a referendum on the government itself. And that will set the tone for how the India-Maldives relations will pan over the next few years.
Definitely. India's policy, like you've said, has always been neighborhood first. Thank you so much, Ahmed Muin Faruqi, for joining in and for your analysis.
Sure.
Well, the US House of Representatives has passed a series of bills that are expected to provide much-needed aid to Ukraine and Israel. The passage of the 4 bill comes after weeks of stalling by Republican lawmakers. The Senate still needs to vote on the legislation. Well, Nick Harper reports from Washington. Take a look.
Well, it's taken many months and plenty of political wrangling, but that enormous $96 billion foreign aid package has now passed the House of Representatives, where it has been languishing for weeks. The only way that the House Speaker, Republican Mike Johnson, was able to get this passed was by breaking it up into 4 individual aid packages, essentially based on different regions. So the largest proportion of that money, $61 billion, went to Ukraine, about $26 billion to Israel. Taiwan and allies in the Indo-Pacific got $8 billion, and then there was a separate bill that looked at a whole range of different issues, including a potential ban on the app TikTok, sanctions on Iran, China, and also looking to seize Russian assets. That, in many ways, was a way to sweeten the deal to help the hardline conservatives that have been fighting this aid package for many weeks to try and help to get them on board. But bear in mind, many of them still voted against these 4 bills, and the only way that the House Speaker was able to get it passed was by relying on the Democrats in the House of Representatives.
These are not normal times, they're not. The world is destabilized, and it's a tinderbox. It's a dangerous time. 3 of our primary adversaries, Russia and Iran and China, are working together, and they're being aggressors around the globe. And they're a global threat to our prosperity and our security. Their advance threatens the free world, and it demands American leadership. If we turn our backs right now, the consequences could be devastating. So this afternoon, the House acted, and we sent over to the Senate, and it will be transmitted shortly, our supplemental national security legislation.
And that now could potentially cost Mike Johnson, a Republican, his job as Speaker of the House. There is a threat to oust him. At least 3 Republicans have come forward threatening a potential vote, a vote that could come in the coming days. And if there is enough support, we could see him thrown out of the job, a job he's only been in for several months. Now, this has passed the House of Representatives, these 4 foreign aid bills. They'll now be moving on to the Senate, and we're expecting votes as early as Tuesday. We're likely to see a swift package, in particular the aid for Ukraine, Israel and for Taiwan. And the US President Joe Biden has said as soon as it gets to his desk, he will sign off on these, giving much needed aid packages to those foreign conflicts, aid that President Biden is fighting for and has been wanting to try and get passed for many months now. Nick Harper in Washington, reporting for DD India.
Well, in a first since Israel began its campaign in Gaza, a Hamas delegation headed by Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh met with Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan. Haniyeh's visit to Turkey took place 3 days after he held talks with Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan in Doha. Erdogan discussed efforts to deliver humanitarian aid to Gaza and reach a fair and lasting peace in the region with Haniyeh during a meeting in Istanbul. A Turkish presidency said the two sides discussed issues related to Israel's attacks, efforts for adequate and uninterrupted delivery of humanitarian aid to Gaza, and a fair and lasting peace process in the region. The visit also came amid escalating regional tensions after Israel's reported attack on Iran this week. Erdogan emphasized during the meeting that Israel should not benefit from the development between Iran and Israel. All right, and U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken will travel to China next week to hold talks with senior officials in Shanghai and Beijing. This is the Blinken's second visit to China in less than a year. During his visit, Blinken will hold talks with his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi in Beijing on a range of bilateral, regional and global issues. The visit follows a phone call this month between Biden and Xi, in which they pledged to keep high-level contacts open. Since the call, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has visited China, and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has spoken by the phone with his Chinese counterpart. Meetings at lower levels also have taken place. And in sports, India's D. Gukesh jumped to the top spot as sole leader with his victory over Alireza Firozas of France in round 13 of the FIDE Candidates Tournament in Toronto City of Canada. Gukesh overcame a tough challenge from Alireza to win the crucial game in round 13. Gukesh sent shockwaves through the chess world, defeating the Firoza in a thrilling encounter that went into time control after both players made 40 moves. They went to Gukesh's tally to 8.5 points ahead of Hikaru Nakamura of USA and Ian of Russia, who are joint second with 8 poles each. There is just round left to play now. Gukesh faces Hikaru in the next match, and in the tournament, Gukesh has defied expectations, displayed nerves of steel and exceptional chess skills against some of world's best players. And that's all for this edition of DD India Live, but let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms. Scan the QR code on the screen to download now. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Siddharth Bharadwaj from all of us here in Delhi. Thanks for watching DD India Live.